Ahoy, ahoy, and welcome to a two-part special of Gavin's Grotty guitars. Why is it special? Well, it's going back to my first ever guitar. My first ever guitar was a satellite Les Paul. I was born in the 70s, it was a long time ago, and in the 80s when I got into guitars, what was available was very poor quality, badly set up second-hand guitars. I don't have it anymore. It was an absolute pain to play, the action was a mile off the fretboard, and it sounded horrible, especially my nasty little Carlsbro amp. However, everybody's played a Les Paul. All of your guitar heroes have. Eric Clapton's played one famously. You want to go through the list? Hello, Gary Moore, by the way. Gary Moore, different Gary Moore. Peter Green, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page. If you're a bit younger than me, Slash, of course, really brought them back in the 80s. But my favourite, of course, was Mick Ronson, because I saw the video of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, and he looked like the epitome of what a guitar god should be. I, however, haven't really liked them too much until fairly recently. Probably because the guitars I had were crappy. Now, if you've watched the other videos, including how to buy a cheap and nasty guitar, you will recognise this case. This is my Epiphone Les Paul. Now, since you last saw it, I've done some things to it. It's had a setup. I changed the tuners to locking tuners. I didn't choose the right one, so the holes don't line up properly, but I've cleaned that up a bit more since last time. I've kept the old backplates because I quite like them. It's got new poker chip. It's got these gold top hats which look nice, and I put the scratch plate back on. Oh, of course, the most important Les Paul player is Les Paul, and I'm not accepting any argument on that one. If you've not actually heard Les Paul play, just look him up on YouTube. He's superb. Whether or not he made the first solid body electric guitar is an argument for people who care about things like that. I'm not one of them. This now has, instead of the standard pickups, a pair of Seymour Duncan 59s in it. It is rather good. Almost sounds in tune as well. Good Lord, how about that? So excuse me while I make sure it is in tune. So I bought this, if you haven't watched the video, I bought this second hand from Crack Converters for about, it was £100, including the case, which isn't the right one. It was fairly tatty, there was bits missing from it. It's got marks and knocks and hicks and bangs and scratches, and bits were missing. So I sort of saved it from its very poor history. What I did find, which was quite surprising, was that I think in the bridge position was a Seymour Duncan 59, which the list price was probably about the same as the guitar. I bought some parts, changed some things that were broken, bought a matching neck humbucker. The Seymour Duncan 59 is a superb, probably my favourite probably my favourite pickup of all time. So when I say Gavin's Grotty guitars, this is hardly Grotty anymore. I mean, it's got you can do your big old or wonderful. Lovely low action, just superb. So if you put a bit of time and money into a guitar, yeah, it'll pay off. So from a £100 piece of scrap, I've probably put another £100 into it. That doesn't mean that this is a £200 guitar now. No, forget that. This is absolutely a beast of a Les Paul. Plays properly. What's the difference between Gibson and Epiphone? Well, the finish is different, it's made somewhere different, and usually about I think it's about 500 quid. But if you need and ever see an Epiphone with a glue-in neck, and it's a good price, it's no Grotty guitar at all, just a little bit of tinkering and love, and it'll come back and pay you back handsomely. So that's this Grotty guitar. What's the next one? Interesting. We know it's a Les Paul because it's Les Paul time.